This is Heels Journey with Dr. D, and we are in them streets. Yeah, I'm trying to get I'm with the Chapel Hill, trying to get these teeth fixed. I think I shared this before. It's amazing what a little pain to allow you to take heed of that there's a problem. And when I had I think I shared with y'all before, when I came back from the dentist Friday, I didn't realize that my that I was so damaged that I didn't realize that I had a problem. And sometimes you don't realize you have a problem in life when you don't experience any pain. The thing is, pain is the catalyst to allow you to be able to take heed that something needs to be done. And then whether that's in your body, life situations, even relationships, if you don't acknowledge the pain, then you can't get past it. Or not that you can't get past it, but you can't address it. Some people are unwilling to address the pain, so that's why they get more drugs, they get more alcohol, or they even sex a whole bunch so they can get dopamine, oxytocin. They do a lot of different things to avoid pain because they don't want to get to the core of the issue. And if you don't get to the core of the issue, then guess what? That core is going to affect you, maybe permanently. And maybe you may go into a desperate spiral of despair, depression. That's when you're dealing with things that are external, or really internal. And also you may go through life-altering situations physically because you don't deal with the pain. Because everybody gets a little sense of something's wrong. And if you don't take heed of what's wrong, if you don't listen intuitively to what's happening, and guess what? It's gonna happen. And before you know it, it's gonna be level 4 cancer. And that's not just physically, but it can be metaphorically. Level 4 cancer in relationship, level 4 cancer at occupation, occupation. And if you don't deal with the reason it becomes level 4 cancer, because you didn't deal with the warnings that something was wrong. When you get a little pain in your side, you get a little pain in your neck, your head, a little pain in your gut, even your prostate. You have a pain, and if you don't deal with that little pain, then that little pain metastasizes and it becomes a big pain. And it becomes so big where it has to be cut out. And even when it's cut out, it doesn't necessarily mean that the cancer is going away, because you just cut out an origin point of it. Cut the origin point of it doesn't mean that, but it's spread. It's too late now. It was in the prostate, then it went to the side. It went to your sides, it went to your legs, it's moved up to your bloodstream, into your heart, your arm. I mean, it's moved all over. And when you don't deal with it, it deals with you. And I think the same thing when I'm going to the dentist. I did not know. I promise you, I did not know that. I knew that if you don't take care of your teeth, a lot of things you hear when you're young, okay? And you said, that if you don't take care of it, it'll take care of you. not in a positive way either. Okay. Meaning that like I said, when I had the when the what was happening that I had like three root canals, 3 or 4 root canals. I forgot. However, when I got the root canals done, I was in pain. Oh man, I addressed the issue. Why? Because I was in pain. I went to my dentist's office. I was pacing back and forth, like a madman, like I was having a manic attack. I was going back and forth, and because I wanted to deal with the pain, and if I didn't deal with the pain, because it was dealing with me, that's why I want to deal with the pain. It was hurting. It's like that chronic pain that just wouldn't leave you. I'm going back and forth and back and forth, back and forth. So by me going back and forth, I mean it was achy. So the dentist gave me a referral to the dental surgeon. The dental surgeon did his due diligence, and hey Daisy, the dental surgeon did his due diligence and actually went in. He went in, and it's amazing what you would do when you get enough pain. You'll find the whereabouts to actually get it done, because that thing costs like $1,500. It costs, and I had realized I had 2 root canals. I had 2 root canals in pain. The third one, I could deal with because it hurt. So they did 2 root canals at one time. And then the person at the front desk told me, you can get a medical card, medical credit to deal with it, because I didn't have that cash on hand. I said, and she said, you get approved instantaneously. And so I did it. I got approved instantaneously, and I was able to pay to alleviate the pain that I was experiencing at that time. Before I have to go, bye. I have to go. All right, Daisy. Okay, and so I did some things actually to alleviate the pain, and so it was good when I came out, right? Because I dealt with the pain. They did the root canal. They yanked that nerve, that nerve out, and so therefore I was not experiencing the pain, and so I was good. And then I had another situation where the same thing happened. I had to get a root canal because I was experiencing pain. So for a while, everything is fine. Why? Because I'm not hurting. But just because I'm not hurting doesn't mean that there's not any damage being done underneath. Okay, let me explain. The nerves allowed me to realize that there's something the pain allowed me to realize that there's something wrong. At that current time, I was thinking about was dealing with the pain. I was really thinking about the undertones. And so when the pain was gone, I thought I was good, right? Isn't that how it is? When the pain is gone, you think you're good. When the divorce is clear, you think you're good. When you out of college, no more exams, you think you're good, but you realize you don't have a job. When he's or she's out of your life, you think you're good, but you realize the kids are in trauma. But after the fact, you experience the kids being traumatized by the breakup. But when the pain is gone, you think you're good. You think you're good until you experience the not so good. Well, it's called life. So going back to my mouth, I thought that everything was good, and I mean, years, I'm good. But then I went to the dentist, and the dentist said, well, school of dentistry, and they actually went in and said, well, the work that was done correctly. He said one's leaking, one's affected, and we're gonna double check it because we have to do some evaluations. And so they're saying all 3 or 4 my root canals are bad. That was the money I paid, y'all. I promise you it was. And they said, so therefore they said I have to do uh, get it redone. Get it redone or get it yanked out. Get it redone or get it yanked out. And so I'm like, man, really I'm thinking about the expense. I'm thinking about the money. And because there's no pain, so I'm thinking about the money. So, but as I started evaluating that, after I started doing work with my gums and cleaning my gums, getting a clean surface so they can evaluate some more, they're still they're seeing how things come to be. You know how things open. Once they clean my mouth, because my mouth ain't been the best, and once they clean the gums and the calcium deposits off, they can get a clear board of what's going on and how they need to go further. And I'm learning all this stuff the last 6-7 months, right? Because I'm going to the dentist every 2 weeks, and they're doing intensive stuff because it's a school of dentistry. Intensive. I mean, it's great though. I mean, at a fraction of the cost. But I said all that to say that pain is good because it allows you to know what can be fixed and what cannot be fixed. Because see, some type of pain you can tolerate. You can tolerate some type of pain to get to the better good. I mean, like if you're athlete, you can tolerate the pain because you know that in the end, all your endurance is gonna be you gonna be more durable. You're gonna have stronger endurance. You're gonna be able to fight through a tackle. You can be able to run somebody over. I'm a football player, as you can tell. You're gonna be able to outrun somebody. The tenacity, the grit, and you get a touchdown, you get a championship. I mean, because you see the end, so you can deal with the temporary pain to get to the promise. Can you deal with the temporary pain to get to the promise, or you just yank out the things that warned you of the pain, that warned you of the issue? So what happens? We'll take out the warning signs. We'll take out the light that tells us that something's wrong, so we don't have to acknowledge. So it can be ignorant. So it can be ignorant of what's happening, so we can keep going on as if nothing's wrong, even though deep in your subconscious that you cut the light off, that generally would tell you there's something wrong. It's like okay, this is a good example. If you all know Bible stories, let's go to I think King Herod. John the Baptist was preaching, and King Herod was getting it with his I think his brother's wife, and he is wrong. Now I may be wrong with my Bible fact, but he is wrong, and the wife was like irritated. Here's wife, she's like, I can't stand that he always he make me feel guilty for doing what I'm doing. But sometimes people ain't make you feel guilty, you're just guilty. These things that make you aware of the guilt of the wrong that you're doing. I mean, so that's what happens. Things was making her aware of the wrong that she was doing, but she manipulated the situation. Whereas, you see, Harry still, he liked John, he liked everything he was saying, but he liked it. He felt like he was God-fearing man, and he did not want to do. He didn't want to kill. He didn't want to kill John. However, he made a promise in front of all his guests if I think Herodias, I think that was the name, the wife's name. Her daughter was there, saying, he said, "I give you anything to have the kingdom, anything." And all his friends were there, and he signed it with his ring and stuff like that. And she's like, "I the head of John the Baptist." He's like, anything but that. But he promised. So on a platter. So they had to go there, they had to go do what he promised to do. I said all that say that he was all right with it. All right with John telling him his wrong and the guilt. I guess the guilt made him feel that, he still had a chance, I guess. I don't know. However, the wife or his brother's wife, whoever,